Three, two, one. We're probably live now. Hi, Liz.
Hey Will, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm feeling fine. I'm one shot in. I got
Uh,
my first shot
you,
last week,
it's
last
pretty
Saturday.
early. I know it's later in the day where you are, but I guess it's afternoon, but it's still well before
It's the
5.
pandemic somewhere.
Mm. It's the pandemic pretty much everywhere, except like maybe New Zealand. I haven't heard about New Zealand in a while, but assume
Oh
they're
yeah, I wonder how they're doing.
assume they're doing pretty well.
I did
Um,
see a video on TikTok that Ontario's doing terribly.
Yeah, I've heard they're not handling it so well up in Canada. That's too bad.
Yeah.
No, of course you're talking about you're half vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's
you.
well deserved. Couldn't
Thank
it
you.
couldn't have happened to a more deserving person. It's a funny thing to say.
As someone who's
Mm.
developed the vaccine and has
Mm.
fought for
Mm-hmm.
vaccinations for,
Mm-hmm.
most of my life, really.
Right. Yeah, as a pro-vaxxer,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
an anti-vaxxer. Um, hey, happy Strixhaven Saturday.
Happy Strixhaven Saturday. We got a new set of cards.
It is pre-release weekend. It is day 3 of this set being available on Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have a few questions and
Yes.
then straight to business because there's a lot that we can do and a
Yes.
lot that I hope to do.
And that we'd like to do.
So, first of all, there's a hair dryer active in the background.
Oh,
You
I
might
can't hear it.
good, mate. And my first question is: do you, in Arena, do you have any unopened packs today?
I don't right at this exact moment, but I could have two because I have more money that I can spend on
My
it.
second question was: do you have any unspent gold? So that
Yes.
answers
I
that
actually
question.
take this back. I have one pack, so I could have two.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, my next question is: have you, to what extent have you already started opening Strixhaven cards?
I did open all of the packs so far that I
Right.
had
And
because
you
I
had
bought
enough gold.
24.
Oh, okay, yeah, so a lot. Okay, plenty to go around.
And I thought, well, if we're opening packs, I know that we'll be able to open a few,
Yeah, that.
and also that you want to open maybe real ones.
I have some real IRL cards next to me, but I don't have any unopened
Oh, okay, you did open all of those.
IRL
Okay,
packs. Yeah,
that's fine too.
I'll get into that in a moment. Next question: did you get the image that I texted you
Yes, I
before we
did.
logged on? So that is a code that you can redeem, which will get you 6 more packs.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, so you've gotten some first impressions of Strixhaven because you have been looking at cards already.
Yes.
So, how familiar are you with the 5 colleges of Strixhaven?
Not. I mean,
Okay.
I actually I take that back. I've heard people say their names,
Mm-hmm.
but when I opened all the packs, I was giving Elliot a bath. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, would you like to hear a quick overview? So, your 5 colleges
Mhm.
each have a unique flavor and a pair of colors that identifies them.
Mhm.
So, there's Lorehold,
Okay.
which is red and white,
Mhm.
and the flavor is basically well, Indiana Jones was a college professor, we remember. So this is like the college of like adventuring
Mm.
archaeologists.
Mhm.
There's Silver Quill, which is white black, which
Mhm.
is the college of like the uh, arrogant writers slash orators.
Mhm.
There's Witherbloom, which is black green.
Mhm.
This is the college for the goth kids
Mhm.
hanging out like in a swamp, and like manipulating life and death with their magic. There's Quandrix, which is green blue, which is the college of the math nerds who are doing all sorts of like taking a scientific approach to spellcasting. And then finally, there's Prismari, which is blue red, which is like the art school um, uh, for aspiring artists and visual artists and performers and the like. So, knowing that, do you have any personal allegiance to any one of these five, or any that you are leaning towards or hoping to use in game?
You know, I think maybe, let me put it this way. I've been playing with a white blue deck that I made.
Which is not...
I beat you with it,
yes.
Which I was shocked when this happened.
It can happen.
And I think I want to have a deck that's not white blue. I mean, white blue isn't an option, but yeah, I don't want a deck that's white heavy or blue heavy. So I'd want a deck that was like green, some combination of green, black, and red, I think.
Right. So Witherbloom is black.
So Witherbloom would be, I think Witherbloom.
Right. Yeah, I think that's kind of your only option for ignoring both blue and white.
Yeah.
Because Lorehold has white, Prismari has blue, Silverquill has white, and Quandrix has blue. So you're going for Witherbloom.
I think so, yeah. I've been like so bad at the black decks specifically.
Yeah. Okay, so there's some stuff that I've learned about Witherbloom that I think you will like, which will endear you to choosing that option if the cards go that way. So when I buy cards from a new set, I mostly buy draft boosters, and it's luck of the draw. So I can't plan for, what kind of deck I am going to build.
Yeah.
I can have hopes and dreams about it, but it's left to the fates mostly.
Yeah.
However, excuse me, when they released the pre-release boxes for Strixhaven, they made one per college.
Oh, okay. So that's why your boxes look different.
Right. So normally, sorry, I need to frog in my throat.
Ribbit.
Very good. Normally, in one of these boxes, there would just be a few draft boosters and a life counter, and all the cards you would get are random. But in this case, you would choose your college, and the difference is that in addition to the standard draft booster packs, there's one differently packaged pack of cards that are specific to that college.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I knew that I wanted to get two of these and make two decks so that they can fight each other. And I was racking my brain for a long time over what two colleges I wanted to go with, because they announced and described them quite a while ago. So I had time to think about it. And the conclusion I finally came to was based on variety. I looked back at what I had done when the last two sets came out. When Kaldheim came out, I bought pre-release boxes, open draft boosters, built two decks. One of them was red-white, which is Lorehold, and the other one was green-blue, which is Quandrix. And then I look back one more set to when Zendikar Rising came out. I bought packs. I built two decks. One of them was black-blue, which is not one of the colleges,
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was, wait, sorry. The other one was red white, which I already said, but I was misremembering. Earlier when I said red white, I meant to say black white.
Okay, yeah.
Which is silver quill. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't going to get silver quill, Lorehold, or Quandrix because I had already built decks recently with those color pairs. Mm-hmm. So that just leaves 2, which I was looking to buy 2 of them. So I got a Prismari and a Witherbloom pre-release box. So in Arena, and I haven't opened any Strixhaven cards yet in Arena. We're going to do that today. I'm hoping for more variety. So for the sake of variety, I would like for the best cards that I get to be, ideally I'm leaning towards Quandrix. Mm-hmm. Or if not that, then either Lorehold or Silverquill. Now, selfishly, I was thinking if I could control the best cards that you get, I was thinking Silverquill for you.
Ooh, okay.
To compete with my Quandrix, fingers crossed, if I get my way. But Witherbloom, I think, would serve you well because of the variety that you are looking for in the avoiding of blue and white. But also, I built a Witherbloom yesterday, and the obvious meta that rose to the surface from the cards that I got was lots of life gain.
Nice, yeah.
Which I normally associate with white.
White, yeah.
But there's a lot of it in these black and green Witherbloom cards. So maybe we'll build you a deck around that. Maybe not dissimilar to the one that I built IRL yesterday. So I thought that I would share my screen.
Yes, please.
That I would open some packs. And then when I've opened all the packs I have access to, we'll switch to you. You'll open your own packs, fewer than mine, but greater than mine when you take into account the ones you've already opened prior to today. And then we'll try and build you a deck, and then we'll try and build me a deck.
Yeah.
So we'll sort of take turns in that way. So let me
and then we'll fight.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to share my screen, but I'm also going to disappear for just a second because I want to blow my nose and I don't want to be seen or heard doing it. So you can feel free to vamp for a minute. Okay, so I'm in the store and I've got 12,500 gold.
I just went to go drink my microphone, by the way.
Be careful. Okay, so I'm going to purchase a few packs, and apparently I have to do this one at a time.
Oh, yes, I did that 24 times.
Well, I'm going to do it 12 times, so.
I felt very proud of myself for saving up all that gold for Strixhaven packs.
Yeah, I sort of caught on recently in the ramp up to Strixhaven on Arena that I can actually have fun and enjoy playing this game against random strangers, which I did not anticipate being any fun.
Why didn't you think there'd be any fun?
I have never really liked playing video games online against random strangers, especially when it's just one-on-one. And it just feels very awkward, like something, can go wrong. And I was just thinking like, well, I'm probably going to lose horribly because I haven't invested a lot of time into Arena. But I started to recognize how much gold and experience I could accumulate just by playing one game or maybe 2 a day. And so I got into what I thought of as a pack a day habit, where it's just like, okay, I'll just play enough to get a pack or a pack's worth of gold, and I could do that pretty quickly. And they really sort of the game really incentivizes you not only to play every day, but to play for like not that long every day.
Yeah, like maybe 20 minutes.
Because there's kind of a limit on like how many rewards you can get in one sitting. Kind of. I mean, there's not strictly a limit, but
well, and there's like the daily challenges. So like if you are doing it, like if you're like, well, I guess I'll play with this deck I don't normally play with.
Yeah.
Which is also fun.
Right.
In terms of the fact that you're like, well, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. I've got 18 packs to open. First pack. Okay, so they do have the archive cards in here, which I wasn't sure whether that was part of Arena or not. But that's neat.
Wait, say that again. Say what you just said again.
They have the what they call the Mystical Archive, which is these cards with the very nice art. In IRL, there's one of these in every draft booster.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And they have a different symbol than the rest of the cards.
Yes, I noticed that. I was going to ask about this.
Yeah. And basically what they've done is every card in the so-called Mystical Archive is an instant or a sorcery, and they're all from the history of the game. They're not new cards, they're just new art for old instants and sorceries. And I think they have some specific rules about what formats you can actually use them in when you're playing a game, when you're building a deck, which is why I didn't put any of them in my decks, because I think they're not legal in standard, but I might have misunderstood that. So I was just like, I'm gonna ignore this, just look at the pretty art and then put them aside the way that I do with foil cards and double face cards IRL, because they're just too much of a pain to put into a deck that I'm playing with. Okay, so I've got, here's a life gain that's also a creature buff for green. White is the one color IRL that I am not playing with in this set because I went with Prismari and Witherbloom. Okay, I recognize.
This is the one I sent you.
Yes, you sent me the token art from this.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Very cool. I do have this card IRL, but I don't think I have that token IRL. I got the Quandrix Campus. Okay, that might be a good sign because I'm looking for Quandrix cards.
Yeah.
I recognize Go Blank, which I put in the Witherbloom deck. And hey! Speaking of Quandrix.
Nice. That's perfect, Will.
I would never use this in real life because it's a double face card, but in Arena,
this is perfect.
In Arena, I don't mind at all.
God, that lady's so cool looking.
Yeah. So we got the Dean of Substance and the Dean of Theory. You play the green side. It's a 2/2. Tap to exile the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it in your hand. Otherwise, put a study counter on it. For 4 and a green, put a 0/0 creature token with +1/+1 counter on it for each different mana value among non-land cards you own in exile with study counters on them. Very complicated, but
that's so complicated.
I think I follow. Also has a whole nother creature on the back. 3/3 with flying. I love me a bird wizard.
Love a bird wizard.
For X and 2 blue and tap him, exile the top X cards of your library and put a study counter on each of them. Then you may put a card you own in exile with a study counter on it into your hand. Okay. Neat. Good synergy there. I get it. I will put that in a Quandrix deck if I make a Quandrix deck today. All right, we got the Frog Wizard.
Yay!
We stand a Frog Wizard. Yep, I recognize the Archivist.
Oh, do you know what that reminds? Have you played Skyrim?
Only like the first hour of it.
Okay, there's like a whole giant underground world that's like these sort of like mechanical robot things, and this looks like it's straight from that.
That's cool. Yeah, so they've got like robots in their library. I recognize this lesson, this instant. Okay, so here's a Witherbloom apprentice with a good magecraft ability. There's my mystical archive card. Something for either Lorehold or Silverquill, probably. And the rare, I got a rare wild card. Okay, cool.
Side note about Skyrim. That game came out 10 years ago.
Is that all?
It feels not like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like, I know what you mean, and I don't disagree. Also, I feel like I've been hearing about Skyrim for my entire life, so it feels that way. So,
I mean, that said, it's like we also haven't gotten a new Elder Scrolls game yet, which seems like also a long time, because there have been ones. It's not, they put out other like games that weren't like sort of the main thoroughfare games.
Sorry, I muted myself to blow my nose again. I thought you were going to say more about that.
Sorry, no. I decided to also take a drink at that exact moment.
It's perfect timing.
Oh no, and the one thing I do want to say is that like they've talked about there being another Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
And like for a few years now, so like every so often my friend Elise will be like, "When do we get a new Elder Scrolls?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, so I recognize this card. This is a green life gain creature in my Witherbloom deck. Another lesson. This one's mono black, but clearly has a Cyndaquil flavor. Prismari Pledge Mage. I have this in my Prismari deck. They're really pushing Witherbloom Apprentice on me today. That's the second one I've gotten. Oh, okay. I got a mythic rare. Crackle with Power deals 5 times X damage to each of up to X targets. Okay. So here's something, and if I'm going to keep opening cards, but if you want to look this up, Liz, I might appreciate it. For as much as I've played Magic, I still don't understand what you're supposed to do when a cost has multiple X's.
Okay, yes.
Now, I'm guessing the way that it works, is that if I want X to be 2, then it costs 6. Because there are 3 X's.
Yeah. But it has to be at least 3 then.
I guess it, yeah. In order for, if I tap 3, X equals 3, then it would effectively be 1.
Well, really quick, could you look at this card and then could you gasp? Will gasped as Rowan drew from the raw power of the Strixhaven snarl. Yes. For a moment, she was luminous, transcendent, and terrible.
Thank you for recognizing the flavor text has my name in it. I didn't catch that.
What's the sorcery? And then I'll look up the X thing.
So it's called Crackle with Power?
Or no, the other one. You didn't look at the Agonizing Remorse.
Oh, this? Yeah. I'm sort of ignoring the mystical archive cards. Except for their pretty art. Next pack, we're looking at some red and white. This is mono red, but it's definitely for Lorehold, not Prismari. Speaking of Lorehold, here's the Lorehold Pledge Mage. Here's the Star Pupil. Crushing Disappointment. Stonebinder's Familiar. Whenever one or more of your cards are put into exile during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter. Triggers only once per turn. Okay. Defiant Strike. Overgrown Arch. This is a card I have in my Witherbloom deck. And Oh, I got a mythic rare wild card. Got a mythic wild card. So I can double up on a mythic, like the one we were just looking at from the previous pack. Pillar Drop Rescuer. Spirit. So this is a Lorehold thing. This is an extremely important card in my Witherbloom deck because it has this great life gain combo. Here's a Lorehold instant. Here's a green instant for buffing creatures. Reflective Golem, I got 2 of these yesterday and don't know what to do with it, but it's neat. I got a rare from the Mystical Archive, Brainstorm.
Ooh.
Honor Troll, which is a contender for my favorite card in the set that I've seen so far. And hey!
Yay!
Best art in the set.
Now you can now you can know what classes you're taking.
Yes. The student advisor. 2/3 bird advisor. We stand a bird advisor. Flying, and for a cost of nothing, you can cast target instant or sorcery from your graveyard this turn. If that spell doesn't target a creature you control, it costs 8 more to cast this way.
Oh my god.
If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Activate only once each turn. You still pay the spell's costs. Timing rules for the spell still apply.
I'm trying to look up this X rule thing, and I found a forum where they are quoting rules, and the rule that they are quoting is Rule 202.3b. Yep. And suddenly I feel like I'm looking up SEC rules at work again.
Yep, there's a real rule book out there somewhere with that kind of formatting. Okay, we've seen Revitalize. Maelstrom Muse is something for Prismari. Lesson for Witherbloom. Seen it. Something for Lorehold. Team Pennant. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has Vigilance and Trample. It costs less to equip it to a creature token. That's neat. I don't think I've seen that before.
Can you tell me how Trample works? This is something I have not been able to just figure out by playing. I know this is very basic.
No, it's fine. It is very commonly seen, but basically you need to understand the concept of excess damage. So the idea being if my, say 3/3 with Trample is blocked by your 1/1, then excess damage equals 2.
Oh.
3 minus 1.
Oh, so that's how they can sometimes swoosh at you.
Right. So yeah, if a creature has Trample, then excess damage when attacking specifically, not when blocking.
Yes.
Excess damage is dealt to the player, to the opponent.
Okay. Yes. Now I understand.
Yeah. This is another one of my favorite cards in the set. Have you seen this one? Campus Guide.
No, but I do love that.
Love the flavor on Campus Guide.
Yeah.
Another lesson. Novice Dissector. Got the Witherbloom Campus. This is a lesson I haven't seen. Start from scratch. Destroy target artifact or deals 1 damage to any target. Okay, cool. Secret Rendezvous. Cute. Very cute card.
Very cute.
Yep. And the rare Verdant Mastery. I haven't seen this one.
It's a good art.
Yeah, love it. For 5 and a green, you may pay 3 and a green rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Search your library for up to 4 basic land cards and reveal them. Put one of them onto the battlefield tapped under an opponent's control if the lesser cost was paid. Put 2 of them onto the battlefield tapped under your control and the rest into your hand. Then shuffle. Okay. That's interesting. It's sort of a good land tutor. I got a uncommon wild card.
How do the wild cards work? What do the wild cards do?
So basically, you know that in a standard deck, you can have up to 4 copies of any card, any one card, except for basic lands, which you can have as many copies of as you want. So the idea of the wild cards is you know when we're opening these packs, sometimes we get doubles, but sometimes we don't. So you might have a card in your collection that you only have one of, but you want more than one copy in your deck.
Got it.
You spend wild cards of that card's rarity to sort of create copies of cards that you have.
Okay.
So with this, I can make a copy of any uncommon card. Frost Trickster, got a couple of these in my Prismari deck.
Nice.
This would fit right into your existing blue and white deck.
Yeah, it would.
Serpentine Curve. This is mono blue, but it's clearly made to go with Quandrix. Twin Skull Shaman. Double Strike, Waterfall Aerialist. Oh, Ward. Okay, yeah. Have you gotten up to speed with Ward yet?
No.
So this is a new keyword. It's not seen nearly as much as the other new abilities, Learn and Magecraft. But Ward, which I think is not gonna be exclusive to Strixhaven, but is gonna like go forward, means whenever, well, it says right here, I'll just read it. Whenever a permanent with Ward becomes the target of an opponent's spell or ability, you counter that unless your opponent pays the Ward cost.
Oh, so like if I wanted to do a spell, like if I wanted to put Water Knot on this, which is one that I use a lot.
Yep.
I would have to pay
an extra 2.
An extra 2. Yeah.
And I've also seen Ward, it might say, Ward 1, Ward 2, Ward 3, blah, blah, blah. I have a card in here that says Ward pay 3 life. So you actually pay.
You actually have to
in
lose
life
some life
points in order to, target it. Kelpie Guide, I haven't seen this one. Untap another target permanent you control. Tap target permanent. Activate only if you control 8 or more lands. Okay. That's neat.
I like that one.
Could be good for Prismari or Quandrix. I think I got a double rare in this pack, which is neat because this is a rare land at the library, basically. You can tap to add a colorless mana, or tap 2 and tap this. Look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant or sorcery, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Activate only if you have exactly 0 or 7 cards in hand. Okay. That could come in handy, especially if you have, stuff on the board and nothing to play in your hand. Yeah. I got a rare from the Mystical Archive. Stone Rain. All right. Still not clear on whether I can use those cards in the deck that I built today.
That also brings up something that I've wondered about, which is that, did you see what that did? It destroyed land, which I feel like I've never seen before.
Yeah, that's a thing. It doesn't come up very often, but it's been around. Okay, so I feel like the packs are pushing me towards Lorehold today, despite getting the Quandrix double-faced Deans. So we've got Spirit Summoning, which is the sort of Lorehold part of the summoning cycle of lessons. Pigment Storm, Mage Duel. I haven't seen this one. Excavated Wall.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, interesting. There seems to be a lot going on with like being able to use stuff in your graveyard in this set. Carrick Wrangler, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Magecraft, pretty cool. Divine Gambit. Here's the Lorehold Apprentice. This is okay. So this is maybe I'll try to build something with spirits. Until end of turn, spirit creatures you control gain tap. This creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. It could be. Another Quandrix double face card. Maybe forget what I said about Lorehold.
Yeah.
Augmenter.
As long as you control 8 or more lands, you get 5/5. That rules.
That's useful with the gaining land rare that I got a couple of packs ago. Or this blue sorcery. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of it until end of turn, except those creatures aren't legendary if the chosen creature is legendary. That's very cool. This is a thing that I thought was going to be specific to Kaldheim. When I built my green and blue Kaldheim deck IRL, it was really based on building a deck around several rares that I got that all had to do with making copies of creatures. So this blue sorcery fits into that mold as well.
Like that person that I fought that ended up with, I think, like 300 copies of creatures somehow. And I sent you a picture of it because I was like, well.
Yeah, hilarious. I recognize this guy from real life. I got the Prismari campus.
From real life.
Yeah, well, not that I've met him. I mean, he does resemble Kenny a little bit, but
yeah, if Kenny was shorter and more of a mad scientist.
I recognize the card from real life.
Yeah.
More Lorehold stuff. Yeah,
this guy again.
This is a Lorehold guy. This could be in a Lorehold deck as well. What do you know? It keeps happening to me. I have to build it's the Quandrix deck that I wanted.
Yes, it is.
And I have to build a deck around green and blue modal double-faced cards, which I would never do in real life. Okay, so the creature 5/5, discard a card, return him to his owner's hand. Magecraft, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it by paying 1 rather than paying its mana cost. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Amazing. Or the sorcery, you may put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Then, if you control 8 or more lands, you may discard a card. If you do, return the sorcery to its owner's hand. So you could essentially play the sorcery, get it back, and then be able to play the creature. Yeah, so I need to build not only this green-blue Quandrix deck, but a deck built around getting 8 or more lands on the battlefield as soon as possible.
Yes.
Let's see if the rest of the packs will cooperate. Okay, excellent. Do you know this card? Excellent flavor on this card.
Yes.
Reject. This, I think, is the only counter spell that I have in my Prismari deck, which might be kind of a shortcoming. There's the Ward 2 we saw before. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Inkling Summoning, which is part of that cycle I mentioned before.
Yeah. Woo!
Returned Past Caller.
Why are all these statues breaking?
Yeah, I think if I remember correct, so each college has a mascot.
There was that dog familiar too that was like a statue that was like, had beams of light coming out of it.
Yeah. So like, for example, the Silver Quill mascot is the Inklings.
Which are amazing.
The Lorehold mascot, I think they're called spirit statues or something like that. So I think they all have that breaking look because it's supposed to convey like they're infused with like the life of a spirit.
Yeah.
That may be like holding them together. I recognize.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Start from scratch. Okay. Haven't talked a lot about Cyndaquil? The College of Cyndaquil. No, Silverquill. Here's the Silverquill silencer.
That thing looks cool as hell.
As it enters the battlefield, choose a non-land card name. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with the chosen name, they lose 3 life and you draw a card. I'm not going to play with this card, but I am very curious how it works in Arena. Like, does it give you a blank space to type in the name of the spell?
I bet it lets you pick spells that the person has in their deck.
Yeah, but like that's also not really an accurate simulation of like how that would play out in real life. So
yeah, that's curious.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Okay, here's a colorless lesson, which I feel like I saw a lot more of IRL than in the packs we've been opening. Have you looked at enough cards to understand the learn ability?
Okay, so I've run into learn like a million times, and no, I don't understand it.
Okay, so we'll get into this more when we get to deck building.
Okay.
But basically, if a card tells you to learn, you can do one of 2 things, or I think you can decline to do either of them. But the 2 options, the sort of simple, easy, you don't have to plan for it too much option, is you can discard a card to draw a card. And that's learning.
Okay.
But the complicated thing you have to plan for is that you can learn by instead you take any lesson card that you own that is not in your deck.
Yes, that's what I saw.
And you add it to your hand.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, pretty cool. So what this means is that when we start building decks, we're actually going to need, if we have cards with learn in our decks and we want to use that, then we actually need to build a sideboard of lessons in addition to the 60 cards in the deck.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Which I've done IRL for my 2 Strixhaven decks.
I think that is such a hilarious card.
Oh, Crushing Disappointment? Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a hilarious name.
Yeah. And it's just got this like basic dude trying to read a book. Okay, so I got the Quandrix Pledge Mage finally. That's good. Magecraft, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I like that.
Yeah.
Teach by example, great art, love it.
Amazing.
Flunk is good. Flunk is really good removal. I have 2 of these. IRL. Oh, okay. This will be good for my sideboard if I'm building this Quandrix deck. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. You gain 3 life. Okay, this can work if for Quandrix. This is probably better suited to Witherbloom based on what I know about Witherbloom, but it's a lesson, so I'd be more likely to put it in a sideboard than directly into the library. Keep getting these. Haven't seen Tangle Trap before.
Me neither.
5 damage to target creature with flying or destroy target artifact. That's good. Seen this. Here's Fractal Summoning, which I have an annoying number of IRL because I'm not using Quandrix IRL. But this will be good for my sideboard. Seen that one, seen this one, and hey, more Quandrix, and it's a
This
mythic.
Is so good for you, Will.
Yeah, this is perfect. Create body of research. Create a 0/0 creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of cards in your library. Hello.
This is your Kraken card in my flying fish deck.
This is the insane. Okay. I am very eager to make this Quandrix deck. Okay, I'm so glad we're looking at this card. I got this IRL. I put it in my Prismari deck. I put a lot of high cost instants and sorceries in my Prismari deck because of this card's ability. This is by far my favorite art in the set that I've seen so far.
It's so good.
Love this guy. This is
God, you love owls.
I can reach for one and
I've gotten you owl presents in the past.
Yeah, I love the bird people of this.
These are also cute bird people because some bird people are like terrifying.
I love them all, but this guy, this Caroline Gariba, Gariba. Great work. I love this person so much. Creative Outburst. I think I have this one in my Prismari deck IRL. Okay, yeah. So yeah, here's the spirit statue. This is like the mascot of Lorehold that we were discussing. Pests are the mascot of Witherbloom. So these are part of a cycle, right? Because they're both lessons and they're both summoning. They both do basically the same thing. They give you your mascot in token form. Here's our Mystical Archive card. Something for Quandrix. Turtle Druid. I have not seen this one before. I'm very excited about this guy. 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic forest or land card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. That is perfect. That is just what I need more of. How much is it? And it costs 4, which is reasonable. And then speaking of mascots, I got a mythic lesson. Mascot exhibition. Create an inkling, a spirit, and an elemental. So in other words,
oh my god.
Create the Silverquill mascot, the Lorehold mascot, and the Prismari mascot.
That rules.
Yeah. So leaving out the Quandrix and the Witherbloom mascots, which is a little disappointing, but I'll take it, especially because it's a lesson. So it doesn't have to go directly into the deck in order for you to use it. Yeah, I'll probably put that in a sideboard.
I love the word sideboard, by the way,
Me too.
both like for games and also for like furniture.
Yeah.
It like when you hear it, it just makes sense.
I was teaching this concept to Dana yesterday, and she thought that I was saying cyborg.
Okay, I have a related thing to say,
Yes.
which is that, and I knew this was wrong even when I heard it because of it being like something I was looking at. But have you seen or heard about the show Waffles and Mochi?
Yes, I think I have.
So it's a Netflix show.
Yeah.
It's produced by the Obamas. Michelle Obama is in
Oh,
it, and she runs a like grocery store like in a city.
I was not familiar with this.
It rules. It is a
Okay.
very good show.
Interesting.
It has on all the chefs that I like.
Mm.
So like Samin Nosrat's on it, but it has these two little puppets that are Waffles and Mochi. Waffles
Yeah.
is this half waffle, half Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mochi's like a little pink strawberry mochi ice cream.
Sure.
And they want to work at the grocery store, but they don't know anything about food. Like in the first episode is about tomatoes, and they're like, "Look at that basket of clown noses."
Mm-hmm.
Samin Nosrat's like, "Those are tomatoes,"
Mm-hmm.
or who? I maybe it wasn't her, but
So this is for kids, and you enjoy this with Elliot? Is that?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
I would have watched it anyway.
Sure.
But yes, it is technically for children.
Yeah, got it.
There's so many puppets, and the way that they travel around the world to learn about the food for the like sort of like thing that they have to do that episode is they have this magic shopping cart, which they call the magic cart. So every time it's like, we got to get to the magic carp.
much like I conflated Silver Quill with Cyndaquil.
Yeah.
Earlier. So I know you recognize this card because you sent me the art on this card.
I love this card. The art's so weird and scary and unlike, I feel like, other art that we get in Magic cards that I've seen.
Yep. Perfect instant for a Silver Quill deck. Here's an instant for a Witherbloom deck.
Ooh.
Speaking of Witherbloom, here's the Witherbloom version of the, or not version, but installment in the Pledge Mage cycle. I have a few of these IRL. Spiteful Squad. This is fun. This art is fun.
Yeah, it is.
Great expression on this face in particular. Sudden Breakthrough. Treasure Token. I recognize this. Cool mystical archive version of Opt. Bookworm, which is just a great, clever thing to put in this set. 7/7.
Also really good art.
Trample. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and draw a card. For 2 and a green, put Bookworm from your graveyard into your library, 3rd from the top, which is something that I have never seen before.
Yeah, that's so specific.
But which is not only specific to this card. I remember seeing, there was something in the cards that I got yesterday that was like, put target permanent your opponent controls into their library 2nd from the top. I think, if I remember correctly. And I think I can find it quickly.
What is the benefit of that?
Well, it's removal, so it gets it off of the battlefield, and then they'll have to cast it again if they want it back on the battlefield. It's not as good as exiling it or destroying it, but it's like temporary removal, and it's very annoying. But it's also not my favorite type of card. It's like an unsummon. I hardly ever use unsummons, which is a very blue thing. I got 4 of these. It's a common card. It's called Bury in Books. And it's an instant. It normally costs 4 and a blue, but it costs 2 less if it targets an attacking creature. Put target creature into its owner's library 2nd from the top. So you bury it in books. All right, and the rare. Oh, another rare land.
Ooh.
That's interesting. Hall of Oracles. Tap for colorless. For 1 and tap it, add 1 mana of any color, so you can effectively change the color of a land that you're using. Or tap it alone, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, activate only as a sorcery, and only if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Pretty cool.
A side note, I really like the bookworm art specifically because when you first see it, all you see is the worm. And then once you like look at it for a second more, that's when you realize, oh, it's literally in a library.
Yeah, that's fun. Ingenious Inspiration, 3 damage to any target and learn.
Ooh.
Just saw that, seen it. Ooh, Spirit Bird, I like it. Flying 4, exile card from your graveyard target. Oh yeah, I think I have seen this one. Maybe not today, but yesterday. Seen it. I think we got a double rare, which I bet the rare that I'm going to flip is probably from the Mystical Archive. Here's a Silver Quill enchantment.
Creature. Yeah, that looks horrifying. I love this.
Yeah, the Inkling is fun. Inkling looks like something from like Paper Mario or something.
Or Casper.
Yeah, or like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
It's got that Tim Burton-y sort of. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Whenever 1 or more non-token creatures you control die, create a 2/1, create an Inkling, basically. And it triggers only once per turn. Okay. Not going to use it, but that's cool. Here's a blue lesson I haven't seen before. Until end of turn, target non-land permanent loses all abilities and becomes your choice of a blue frog creature with base power and toughness 1/1, or a blue octopus creature with base power and toughness 4/4.
I just want to say, how could I ever choose between those two?
Yeah. Mercurial transfer. Oh, and look, the octopus is in the background, and look how it's stuffed into that cage. That's very funny. And look at the flavor text. For sun's sake, I just want a crab. I just want a crab. And yes, just like I thought, it's a rare Mystical Archive card. 2 more packs. And we've got Mascot Interception. So this is in the lore of... so if this wasn't Hogwarts-y enough already, they've also established that they play a sport at Strixhaven, which is not Quidditch. It's called Mage Tower. But this is one of those, okay, they're clearly playing Mage Tower in this card. And gain control. So it's a gain control of target creature until end of turn. Here's a Lorehold creature. Here's the Lorehold campus. Here's another Lorehold creature.
That looks straight out of Star Wars.
Oh yeah, this could like a Bantha or something. Cram Session is a good Witherbloom sorcery. Cool art on this. Silver Quill creature. And finally, I got a second one of these. That's cool.
Nice.
It's useful.
I think if Kenny was making a deck, he would absolutely do the Silver Quill. That's like very much his shit.
Interesting. I thought maybe you were going to say Lorehold. I thought you might be a fan of the like elephant. They're called Loxodons, right? The elephant people, which you can see a portion of here in Thrilling Discovery.
Oh, this is the one that... Did you ever watch that drawing that I sent you?
I did.
Yes. They did that one.
I remember they did 2 Lorehold cards, and this was one of them. Here's a pretty basic crocodile.
I understand what you're saying because there's not other things that can happen. Right. But it is funny for you to... You describing this as a pretty basic crocodile is the same way as Zeus describing Pegasus as a magnificent horse.
He's a magnificent horse. Charge Through is another Mage Tower flavor. Heated Debate, can't be countered. Here's a rare from the Mystical Archive. This is mono black, but clearly has Cyndaquil. I said Cyndaquil again, and I didn't even mean to do it that time. Silverquill vibes.
Yeah, no, like that lady is like Kenny's, like super Kenny's vibe.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Here's another mythic, but it's for Witherbloom.
Mm-hmm.
Exchange your hand and graveyard. Exile Harness Infinity. That's very
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
I very much have not seen that before.
No.
I love that idea. And that was my last one.
Okay.
So I'm going to retire this for a moment, and I'm going to encourage you to share your own screen.
Do you feel good about the cards that you got?
I do. I feel really good. I mean, I'm pretty happy to get modal double-faced cards in Arena because it means I'll use them, which I wouldn't do in real life. And I think I got 3 of them, and they were all Quandrix.
You did. That's correct.
So
yeah, you're remembering correctly.
Yeah. I'm excited to get into that. So we're looking at Liz. And have you used the code yet?
No.
Okay.
Where do I put the code in?
Top right, where it says redeem code.
Oh, I just want to say, I know that that's very obvious, but my Zoom window was over.
Mm-hmm.
Over that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Nope. Here we go. My God. Okay. Nope. Okay.
I'm covering it up with my cursor. I'm covering up a very small portion of it.
I'd be amazed if somebody got this faster than the ability that I have to.
I'm covering it up more now by looking at my Twitter notifications. Public officials across the U.S. donated to Kyle Rittenhouse's legal defense fund, The Guardian reports.
What do you mean failure to redeem? Let me try again.
Try it without the, I think you were putting in the hyphens.
Yeah.
The way I put it in, I didn't put in the hyphens, and I also capitalized all the letters, which I don't know whether that matters, but that's how I did it, and it worked. Jim Caviezel is trending.
What's that?
Jim Caviezel, I think he's the guy who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ.
Oh.
He appeared at a right-wing COVID conspiracy theorist conference yesterday and promoted a QAnon blood harvesting conspiracy theory.
Blood harvesting?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Cool.
No more looking at that, please. And thank you.
This is only tangentially related. There is this Lego video that Elliot has watched more than once about the Lego house in Denmark, which is honestly a pretty cool video to watch. It's just like about this amazing Lego place, and each room is like a different color and you can do different things.
Yeah.
But there's one room where you can do something like build minifigures or something. I don't know. And the dude says, this is very popular with the kids. And I looked at Kenny and I said, I hate to tell this guy, but I think it's all very popular with the kids. It's a Lego house.
This children's toy is very popular with children specifically.
And like, I understand that Legos can get very complicated and stuff like that, but
also, can I say real quick?
Yeah.
Maybe I have not fully explored the functionality of Zoom, but based on what I think I know, I really prefer it when you are sharing your screen to
Yeah.
when I'm sharing my screen,
Uh-huh.
because I have so much more control over the way we view it.
Oh, uh-huh.
When I share my screen, it's just us in those two teeny little windows, which I can move about, but which I cannot enlarge.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're sharing your screen, you would see it if you were looking at the stream.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
can
can
do
see it. I'm
so
looking at the
much
thing.
to just give priority to us or to the screen you're sharing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, I have the option to, which I'm not going to do, to go into full screen mode, which I think
Mm-hmm.
would put us in the little windows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love this. I love being able to customize this. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that for now. You've got
Wait, I'm gonna
9
see what like
packs.
that was. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, ready?
Yes. Also, I'm going to have a snack.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. What is your snack?
It's a fig bar from Trader Joe's.
Oh, nice. We get fig bars for Elliot.
Oh, you got that elk that you loved so much. That's
Yep.
good.
Mage Duel,
Mm-hmm.
the Silver Quill Campus. Did we see this one on you?
I don't recall. We saw a
It's
few campuses. They
seems like the coolest campus.
art wise, you mean? I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're part of a cycle. They all do basically the same thing.
I still love this guy. Oh, look at that elephant guy. He's a field historian.
And yeah, he's a Loxodon,
Semester's end.
well, which I have a promo version of,
Yeah.
which
Oh, nice.
each pre-release box comes with a promo card. So it's not only foil, but it also is embossed with this, like, you can't see it, but it says 2021 right here where I'm pointing to.
Oh,
Yeah.
a note about the name of the elephants.
Mm-hmm.
The Loxodon, you call them?
Yeah, which I think is not a magic thing. That's like an existing thing.
Okay, maybe this is related because I don't actually remember, but I told Blake this joke I had seen where I was like, "Can you believe?" Because Blake knows more about J.R.R. Tolkien than anybody I know, except for maybe the professor that taught the Tolkien class. But even I took one class, I took one of those classes with her, and then was like, "I haven't read these books yet. I can't take this class." Because it was a summer class, and she was like, "Read that like Fellowship of the Ring by next week." And I was like, I have had trouble reading this book my whole life because I found it boring to read. Kenny has since read them out loud, that first one out loud to me, and we're halfway through The Two Towers. But anyway, I had said to Blake this joke where I said, "Can you believe that Tolkien wrote an entire Elvish language, but then named them Oliphants?" And he was like, well, that's not actually it. They're not called Oliphants. That's just what Merry and Pippin called them. They're actually called something else. I was like, Jesus, dude. So
Yeah.
it's funny to me that these, and maybe that's the word and I'm not remembering it, but it's funny to me that these elephants have another name that just isn't elephant.
Yeah. I'm always fascinated by those choices, those like variations on the real terminology we know choices.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever see the movie Don't Think Twice?
Mm-mm.
Which is Mike Birbiglia wrote and directed it
Oh, yeah.
and co-stars in it with Keegan Michael Key and Gillian Jacobs and Chris Gethard and others, and
Oh,
they're
wow.
all they're all
Real.
like they're all like improv comedians in New York, and to certain degrees they are aspiring to get onto a sketch comedy
Wait,
show which is called Weekend Live.
that's right. I have seen this movie
Oh yeah, yeah.
because I
It,
didn't like it that much.
you could not be blamed for forgetting having seen that movie.
It really wasn't good.
I wanted to like it because I really liked his first movie,
Yes.
Sleepwalk with Me.
Sleepwalk with Me was great.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Okay. Yeah. Is that a mythic from the Mystical Archive? That's cool.
Increasing Vengeance. Let's go on to the next one, baby. Okay. So
Something.
Oh, Kenny asked me a question.
Yes.
Is there like a trading card ability in Arena?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I didn't think there was, but he was like, "Well, what do you do if you have a bunch of extra cards?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah. It's not like there's a limit on how many cards you can have. So
I know. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Nice. There's the Lorehold campus.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Mage.
Yep.
What is it called?
Mage Tower.
Mage Tower game. This one again, which was beautiful and I loved it.
Which I got 2 of, and looks like you're looking at another double rare.
This lady again.
Seen her.
Oh.
Another rare from the Mystical Archive, which I have, I think, 2 of IRL.
It's I like that it has to be a non-black creature specifically.
Yeah, that's something that they would do more of in the history of Magic.
Yeah.
Like it used to be very common for creatures to have, for example, protection from red or protection from black, etc. They don't really do that anymore.
It makes sense to bring it back for this specific set of cards, though.
For the Mystical Archive, especially, yeah.
I got the frog.
Back to the history of, hey, we stay in a frog wizard.
He looks so happy.
Love him. No, he doesn't, by the way, but I'm glad you think so.
I guess, like, he just looks, like, cute and, like, ah!
He looks kind of solemn, but sure.
This is beautiful. Look at this.
I think I have that card.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Lorehold, the Lorehold Pledge Mage.
Yep.
Core Shaman.
Next card you're going to look at, perfect flavor for the school theme.
Oh, yeah.
Snow Day.
Strategic planning. This card rules. This art is so good.
Very tarot-esque.
Ooh, I love the word plum.
Oh, I haven't seen this one.
As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may sacrifice one or more creatures. I hate sacrificing creatures. When you do copy this spell for each creature sacrificed this way, you draw a card and lose 1 life.
This could be good in a Witherbloom deck where if you can get pest tokens, I think if I remember correctly, pest tokens say when they die, you gain 1 life. So you could sacrifice them and effectively net 0 your life change.
So when they're saying that I may sacrifice 1 or more creatures, I have to do that. No. It is optional. It is. Yeah, okay.
It is optional. You could just play this, sacrifice no creatures, and you would draw 1 card and lose 1 life.
Got it.
Ooh.
Look at this sexy lady.
Who is she, as Aaron is fond of saying when opening cards. Magecraft, put a +1/+1 counter on it. For 4 and 2 green, double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Cool. Good. Yeah.
I like her.
That could be good if we're making you a Witherbloom deck.
Ooh, okay. Archway Commons. This looks cool.
Common, non-basic land.
I like this because it almost looks like a hedge maze, except for the fact that clearly it's not, because it would be a very short maze and there's no way to go the wrong way. Okay, I got some Cirque du Soleil going on.
That's the guy with Ward 2 that we saw.
I love Pigment Storm as a name too. What a good name.
Yep.
Novice Dissector.
Yep. Not very good at what he's doing.
Cultivate, which we've seen.
Cultivate.
I feel like we've seen this one, right? I've seen this one recently then.
Yeah, I don't remember. I got this card IRL. I have really mixed feelings about this card. I almost put it into my Prismari deck, but I felt like I couldn't justify it because it's so, like, with like Magecraft, etc. You know, there's so much emphasis on using instants and sorceries in this set, And so if I put this equipment in my deck, like I either need to take out a creature or an instant or a sorcery, or I guess I could lose a land, but like it's pretty fixed how many lands I'm going to have in the deck. So I just couldn't think of a way to justify fitting this in.
Yeah, maybe if you like could really benefit from having flying on a creature for some reason, but tempted by the Auric.
I know this card. I put this in my Prismari deck in real life.
For each opponent, gain control of up to one target creature or planeswalker that the player controls with a mana value of 3 or less. Yeesh.
Yep, pretty good.
Yeah.
It's has its limits, but it's a rare for a reason. It's cool.
Oh, another normal crocodile, but this one's already died.
That's a zombie, yeah. Hey,
it's
you.
Me. I prefer smug, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I showed this card to Dana. Dana laughed, looked at it closer, said, "It looks like Reese." Do you know our friend Reese?
I do, yeah. It does look kind of like Reese.
And then took a picture of it, sent it to Reese, and said, "When did you model for this Magic card?"
What did Reese say?
He said, "Ha ha 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 ha." Presumably more because it's called Arrogant Poet, less because of the resemblance.
Ooh.
It's a fun common lesson. Very, very fun art. I haven't seen this one. Draw a card for each different power among creatures you control. Huh. I wish I had that one.
This is the sort of shit that I'm like, how would I play this game in real life? Too much math. It seems like too much math, Will.
Yeah, Andrew sort of got me into Arena. And, one time I said to him, like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to like when we can play in person sometime." And he said to me, like, "I don't think I would know how to play
a
real life game." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I don't have that perspective because I knew the game first." But like, yeah, there's so much that Arena does for you. And there is a lot to keep track of when cards keep like changing the rules, and you have to remember like every single thing that gets triggered by something else.
I just feel like I would break the rules accidentally.
And it happens. Yeah, I mean, it happens, but
this is a cool name for a card.
Dust Speaker. I haven't seen this one. A Minotaur Shaman. Whenever it attacks, put an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard onto the bottom of your library. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy again.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is befitting my preference that you play with Silverquill.
Yeah. Can I tell you what went into my head when I saw Selfless Glyph Weaver? Because I'm a selfless Glyph Weaver.
Good.
One of the best music videos I've ever seen in my life.
The creature side is 2/3. You can exile it to give creatures you control indestructible until end of turn. Very selfless indeed. Where the sorcery, choose a creature or a planeswalker, then destroy all other creatures and planeswalkers. A fun board wipe, but it costs 8, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 lands.
2 campuses.
Prismari Campus and Silverquill.
We've seen Thrilling Discovery.
Ooh, Pillar Drop Rescuer. Nice. That's a cool one. I like this one a lot.
Yep. Mage Hunter.
Just what kind of creature are you? I'm just a horror creature.
Yeah, it's a horror.
Fervent Mastery. Oh, this one is complicated.
Double rare.
Okay. So you can pay less by 1. If you pay less, an opponent discards any number of cards and then draws that many cards. Search your library for up to 3 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle, and then discard 3 cards at random. At random?
That's insane.
That's insane.
This could be useful if you are very careful about including cards in your deck that make use of your graveyard.
Sure.
That, like, give you the ability to like get things back from your graveyard or play things from your graveyard.
Okay, but here's the thing. Let's say if I play this card and I have no other cards in my deck, what's the purpose then? In my hand, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that unless you were completely assured that you have some kind of ability to make use of cards in your graveyard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
still though.
That seems too complicated to be useful. Something from the Mystical Archive.
Reveal, put that card into your hand. Okay, cool.
And we saw Golden Ratio before.
Yeah. Mage Duel.
Pretty cool. Fight. Yep, they're going to fight. Woo! Unwilling Ingredient.
Oh, no!
I love it. I've seen this one.
No!
I have this one. IRL.
Would you love it if it was an owl that was an unwilling ingredient?
No.
Serpentine Curve. Did we see this one earlier? Okay. Resculpt. This looks awesome. Access Tunnel.
I haven't seen this one before. Target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. Okay. That's clever.
Horrifying.
Rip Apart.
Horrifying.
Very good for a Lorehold deck.
Oh, I got this one earlier.
Oh, okay.
This rules. Have you seen this one?
No, I don't think I have.
Until your next turn, your life total can't change. And you gain protection from everything.
Right. Yeah.
All permanents you control phase out.
Yeah.
And then this I don't understand, but while they're phased out, they're treated as though they don't exist. They phase back in before you untap during your next untap step.
Yeah.
And it goes straight into exile.
Just a sort of card that I would probably never use.
I could see myself using that card. Okay, Spirit Summoning.
Summoning Cycle.
This guy again.
Love him.
Pledge Mage.
Seen it.
Heated Debate.
Seen it.
Aang?
Classic.
Prismari Apprentice. Have we seen this one yet?
I'm familiar with this one, but I'm not sure if we saw it today.
I love this coat this person's wearing.
Pretty cool. Yeah, the Prismari folks seem to have the best fashion.
Prismari Command. Choose 2.
The other card, this is part of a cycle. This is the other card that I got the promo version of.
Nice. Yeah, that looks awesome.
I would love to have the non-promo version of it. Because then I would put it in my Prismari deck, but alas, I'm not doing that. I don't have it. Yeah, so the command, luckily, I did get Witherbloom command. So there's one of these for each college, and they all say choose 2, and then there's a list of 4 things. Last one.
Study Break. Have you seen this one?
I can't recall.
Oh, I have, because look at that dude's face.
I think I did see this, but I'm not using white at all, and so I didn't pay that close attention to it. Same is true for all the Mystical Archive cards.
Star People.
I got plenty of those yesterday.
Professor's Warning. This is very Malfoy family. Like, you know what this looks like? Are you familiar with Harry Potter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. This looks like when Snape and Snape's mom, who just died, the actress.
Oh, okay.
Or not Snape, Draco's mom.
Yes.
Who just died. Make that that pact. There's like a word for it though,
Mm-hmm.
where Snape promises that he's going to protect Draco.
Mm-hmm.
And this looks exactly like that, except this woman is Snape because she's got the dark hair, and this is Narcissa, and then there's Draco.
The woman in this context is Professor Onyx.
Oh yeah.
But they're having a little bit of fun because anyone who's familiar with the planeswalkers of not Strixhaven but Magic in general knows that that is actually Liliana.
Oh,
But at Strixhaven, she's going by another name, Professor Onyx.
That's funny.
Yep.
Ooh, get to use the word iteration.
Cool. I don't think I know this one.
Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand. Put one of them on the bottom of your library and exile one. This is like a Mary kill fuck
Mary
car.
Kill. Yeah. That's what they should have called it.
Also, again, you're right. Very, very good outfit.
Yeah. Okay, so we have another XX. Did you ever figure out?
I did look it up, and your assessment is correct.
Okay.
So if you want this to be 1, you would pay 4 mana, and it would be.
You're including the 2 green when you say that.
Yes.
Right.
So you 2 green.
Yeah.
2 of whatever else.
Right. It's literally.
If you wanted it to be.
It's like if you know anything about algebra, it's literally like
X equals.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not XY.
Yes.
Because then they could be 2 different variables. It's XX. It's 2 of the same. Okay.
Yes.
That tracks. It's hard. It's hard to figure out, but it tracks.
Yeah. Did we see this lady?
I know I have, but I'm not sure if we saw it today.
I don't think I realized that these are little creatures on this scroll.
We did. I remember reading this card. This is when I said, okay, we'd have to have a lot of spirits.
Right. Yeah.
In order to make this effective. And the final rare. Okay, another mythic from the.
It's the first one, though. I guess if we do it, then we can use the time warp again.
Very good. Yes. I'm just not that excited about the mystical archive cards because I don't think that you're supposed to put them in a deck unless you're playing a certain non-standard format. But again, I might have misunderstood. So do we want to look at your library, your collection, as it were, and see.
Do you want me to give you control of my computer?
Yeah, I'm going to request remote control. I'm sending the request. Did you receive the request?
I approved it. Let's see.
Okay. I'm going to go here. Okay, yeah, so there's a little bit of delay, but it is working. So I only want to look at Strixhaven cards. And then hit OK. Actually, I'm going to go one step further. I only want to look at mythic rare cards from Strixhaven. Okay. Doesn't seem to be taking my OK.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
I don't have that many. But I guess 2 of them.
Look at what they have in
They're
common.
all black and white.
What did I say? I wanted you to play with.
I know. We can do that. We can make a silver quill card. Silver quill deck.
You can make a Witherbloom deck on your own time. I want to build a silver quill deck. Okay, so we didn't see this one in the packs you just opened. Blot out the sky. X white black. Create X tapped 2/1 white and black inkling creature tokens with flying. If X is 3 or more, destroy all non-creature, non-land permanents.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Okay, so we'll start with this. And who is this? Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember getting this one.
Why would there be a black red? I was really not expecting to see that in here. I'm not familiar with this card. Okay, 2/4 double strike, Magecraft, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. But the sorcery is as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacrificed this way. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, create a 3/6 black and red avatar creature token with haste, and whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. Okay. I'm curious about something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going. So you notice when I put this over here, it automatically gave us 12 plains and 12 swamps.
Oh, you're wondering if it'll give us some red?
Yeah, I'm wondering what it will do to the auto land distribution.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, so we have to like elect to.
I wonder, would I be able to get the mana cost down to 0 if I sacrificed 4 creatures?
No,
Okay.
and the reason why is because it costs 2 colorless less.
Oh, okay.
You have to you have to pay the black and the red.
Okay, then yeah, I have no idea why they did this. This is weird.
If you sacrifice 3 creatures.
Also, can we please talk about how cool the name Awaken the Blood Avatar is?
It's a little too cool. I mean,
it is. It really is pushing on being too much.
This is such a weird card for this set. I kind of don't get it. Okay, so keep this in the back of your mind. The easy way to use this will return non-legendary creatures from your graveyard to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So if that seems like it's going to come in handy, then we should consider using this.
Yeah.
But let's remove it for now. And let's assume for the moment that because we're building a deck around this card, that we want a deck that will make the most use of you having creature tokens specifically, not creature cards, but creature tokens. And you got this guy, which I'm not going to be, I also got this, but I'm not going to be using it today. So let's throw this in here. And remember that it's not only best in combination with instants and sorceries, but specifically instants and sorceries that target a creature you control.
Right, yes.
Because if it doesn't do that, then it costs 8 more. But if it does, it just costs the normal amount. So let's look for instants and sorceries that would target your own creatures. Okay, so let's go back to the filters. And let's look at white and black from Strixhaven of any rarity. Okay, so we've got a Silver Quill Campus, so let's throw one of those in there. See, this is for enchanting.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is a card I would use.
Yes, I knew you would. Let's throw one of those in there.
I like cards that aren't risky for me.
Mm-hmm. Let's let's table that for now. Okay, this is an instant that would target your own creatures, so let's definitely include that. Let's table that for now. Put a +1/+1. Yeah, okay, this targets your own creatures, so let's include that. This is good just for the sake of having a creature you can play on turn 1. You get it in your opening hand with a swamp. Arrogant Poet, maybe. Tenured Inkcaster. When a creature you can yeah, oh yeah, this is great in combination with Star Pupil. So let's make sure we have her and we have Star Pupil in here, and we'll probably increase the number of those that you have, but I'll do it later. Yeah, this is probably worth having.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I feel like the order in which they're showing me these is weird.
Yes, I agree.
And off, because here's another plain white. Oh, that's another turn 1 creature, which I like.
Yeah.
So let's put that in there. Let's scroll forward. There's that spirit dog. Okay, whenever one or more cards are put into exile during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on. So would you expect your cards to go into exile? Well, yes, you would with Mavinda, because whenever you use Mavinda's ability to play something from your graveyard, it goes into exile. So that could be a good combo with the spirit dog, which was probably, because it's a spirit, more intended for Moorhold than for Silverquill, but doesn't mean we can't use them. Eager First Year, sort of basic. Oh, I haven't seen this one.
I like this guy.
Huh. Yeah, well, and it's a rare. That's definitely worth having.
Have you seen, this is like scooting ahead, but did you see that weird bat yet?
No, I don't think so.
It's like in position like B5 on the screen right now.
Eye twitch. Oh my god, it's an eye bat.
Isn't it so good? I love this guy.
It's very good. And it's another turn 1 creature.
And if it dies, you learn, which is great, because if you like block with it right away.
It's a really good turn 1 creature. Expel, very good flavor on Expel. We might need that removal. Where are you seeing? Oh, I see what I haven't done. I haven't selected the format. Standard. Okay. Now we know how many cards we have in there so far. Oh, and okay, I guess that must have changed the cards that it was showing me.
Oh no.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It just probably just removed some things. that we can't use in standard. Okay, I haven't looked at this one.
Oh yeah, this guy looks horrifying. He
He's
looks like he's
definitely
dying.
he definitely belongs in Silver Quill. When it attacks, it gains flying until end of turn. If you control a creature with flying, the same is true for first strike, double strike, death touch, indestructible, life link, menace, and trample. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna table that for now. We got Mavinda in there. Look at defend the campus. Creatures you control get +1/+1, or destroy target creature with power. Okay, maybe. Here's Self as Glyph Weaver, which we looked at. I think we want this in there
Okay.
because it's the right colors and it's a
Mm-hmm.
rare. Let's see. Okay, now we can start getting into black soon. What does Dueling Coach do? +1/+1. Okay, yep, we like our +1/+1 counters
Mm-hmm.
in this deck. So let's give us our Dueling Coach. This one, return target creature card with. Maybe I'm going to table that for now. Cost is pretty high.
Yeah.
Semester's End. Exile any number of target creatures and/or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of the next end step, return each of them to the battlefield under its owner's control. Each of them enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if it's a creature, and an additional loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker. Okay. So that's cool. I personally,
Mm-hmm.
whenever a card mentions planeswalkers, and I know that there's no planeswalkers
Planeswalkers.
around,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, do I really want this card?
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem useful. And it is a rare, and it does have to do with +1/+1 counters. So let's try that.
We have to put in the Poet's Quill, right?
I haven't seen that one yet. Where is that? Oh, an artifact equipment. Oh, and it's a rare. When it enters, learn +1/+1 and life link. Sure. That's very Silver Quill.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta throw in the Ibat.
Yes. I love that Ibat.
He's great. Okay, not Silver Quill. Got a Witherbloom Dean here. That's cool. Flunk is really good removal, I think. So we want Flunk in there. I think I'm going to skip that one. Yeah, this seems good because we're using a lot of +1/+1 counters.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a lesson. I'm going to skip that. Returns. No, this is more of a life gain thing.
I love the art on this.
This is the one I was telling you about. This is the one that has Ward pay 3 life.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this is a Witherbloom specific thing.
Yeah, because it's got the pests.
Right.
I'll keep that in mind for later.
This seems good. And maybe. Already did that one. Did it. Okay, I think I'm going to include this.
Mm-hmm.
I might take that out. But it's there for now. Okay. All right, we're getting into it now.
Oh, yeah.
Humiliate. Yep, +1/+1 counter. We like that. This dude, yep, we like that. The Apprentice, excuse me, starting to lose my voice. Yeah, why not? Exhilarating elocution. More +1/+1 counters. Yep, we like that.
I love that you're doing this for me. What a pleasure.
We skipped that one on purpose.
That weird card.
Oh, I haven't seen this one.
I remember this one because I love the balance of the sun being like a round thing that's glowing behind this like white magic that's happening. Also, it looks like a good card.
Yeah, I love that. And we already put in Blot Out the Sky. Huh. I'm not. What the heck?
Oh, Will. This is something that I thought might come up. Okay, so if I had this, I'm not saying we should put this in.
No.
I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
But if I had this and I played it, and then later I tapped it and paid 4, I could get the red mana I would need for that other weird card.
I see.
And I only need 1.
But you can't cast permanent spells. But the one weird thing was a sorcery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery with lesser mana value. Till end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Yeah. I'm going to rule this as too complicated.
It's too complicated. Again, not saying we should do it, just saying that I was like, I wonder if there's a way that I could get a card that would either get me like any color mana or something. And if you'd essentially just take the risk.
Yeah. Fascinating. Okay. Don't think we're going to use Zephyr Boots. Scrolling. Okay, here's what I was looking for. Do we want to be able to mill cards? Maybe. Basic land card. That's a lesson. I don't know this one. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, put a book counter on Spell Satchel. Tap and remove, add 1. 3 tap, remove 3, draw card. Okay.
What's a book counter?
It's just, it just is what it describes, Like you need to add them in order to be able to remove them.
But this would add any color mana?
You can't pick the color.
Oh.
It adds colorless.
Okay.
We did see, what did we see? Oh yeah, that's right. It was was it Archway Commons?
Maybe. Yeah, there we go.
Yes. Okay. So with this, you could pick the color, which you could use to okay.
Again, not saying we should do it. I just feel like there must be a way.
No,
like there must be some
right.
function here.
You're absolutely right. And in fact, I think maybe we should do it.
Oh.
So the question becomes, how many of these do we put in? We can have up to 4 because it's a non-basic
And I only
land.
have 24.
Right now, I mean, we're gonna adjust this as much as we please, but right now you have 24 lands.
Okay, but this is also weird because when this, I mean, this really is a hefty cost. I have to pay 1 land.
Yeah, in order to play this land, you need to
Pay
1.
another land. So it would definitely be a late, but that makes sense because if it's a late game ad, when I have a bunch of lands already.
Yeah.
Maybe 2?
Let's try 2. Archway Commons. Give me 1 more of those, please. Okay, so we're at 51, and now we want to remember to put in the very weird card. Come on, where's my scrolling arrow? Why can't I go to the next page? Oh, there.
Oh, sorry. I was checking our thing.
Sorry. No, I don't think it was your fault. I think it just kind of disappeared into the art of this study break card. I'm going to put a study break in here. I don't think I've done that yet.
Oh, yeah. No, we hadn't done that yet.
All right. Now, please take me to the very weird man. Where are you, weird man? There you are.
There we go.
Awaken the blood avatar.
Extus.
Okay. We're at 53. Now, have we overlooked? Okay, yeah, we were in the middle of this. Okay, I think I will put a reflective golem in here because we're using spells that target your creatures. I'm not familiar with this. Tap, add colorless, put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter from Strixhaven Stadium. Whenever a creature you control deals combat to an opponent, put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Then if it has 10 or more point counters on it, remove them all, and that player loses the game.
Isn't that fun?
It's not fun. I'll tell you that.
I think it's a funny thing that they put in.
It's got great flavor.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to put it in here.
No, that's fine.
This is one of those cards where it's like, it's fun because it's unique. It's so unique. I cannot imagine the deck that I would put this in.
Yeah.
This guy has reach +6, which is a lot. Okay. This I'm only half familiar with.
I love this this art.
Yeah, it's very cool. Each player looks at the top 5 cards of their library and may reveal a land card and or an instant or sorcery card from them. Each player puts the cards they revealed this way into their hand and the rest of them blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay, have I overlooked anything that I was going to double back to that I should haven't put one of these in? Why not do that?
Yeah, easy.
Beep, boop, ba. No to that one.
Also, thank you for telling me that when you add a card, it will like sort of auto add lands. Yeah. Because when I made my flying fish deck, I added all the lands first because I knew that I needed them.
Yeah.
So I did it by hand.
That's okay. We should have expel in here.
Mm-hmm.
And
did we put the selfless glyph weaver in, or did we decide not to do that?
I did do that. Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell because this little diamond is filled in, which means in deck.
Yes.
Not filled in means not in deck.
And if it's glowy red, that means I have like 2 of those.
Exactly. Yeah. You have 4 study breaks.
Okay.
For example. Okay. I think I'm liking this. We need 4 more cards. So I'm going to increase the number of star pupils. And
do we want to have another could you make it go off of that for a second?
Yeah.
Could we none another oh no, never mind. I only have one. Never mind. Go on.
But we could possibly make more. What were you thinking?
The clever luminancer one, I feel like plays into it's in A5 right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That just seems like useful.
Okay. Clever. Okay, right here at the top. One more of those. Craft.
I understand now. Okay.
Not ready to finish it yet, but we will do that. And what I really want is to know, okay, here we go. So we've got 23 creatures and 12 non-creatures, which is a little imbalanced.
Yeah, seems like it.
So we want more instants or sorceries.
Mm-hmm.
Now, something that's going to help with that is that you do have some learning in here.
Yes.
Which can get you more sorceries.
Yes.
But let's maybe find...
That's, I think, why you didn't put in some of the sorceries.
That's right. I haven't been putting in any lessons because I've been saving them for the sideboard. Let's find an instant that we want to double up on. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's that one. Probably not that one, but maybe. Flunk, I think, is excellent. It might be this one. It's not going to be...
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be Fracture.
I think it should be Flunk.
Yeah? Okay. Let's do another Flunk. Where'd you go, Flunk? There you are. Okay, so second Flunk. And we'll just assume that you have the wild card to do that.
I absolutely do.
Yeah. They don't give you a shortage of those.
Well, because you get them every... Do you know how you get them?
Yeah, it's like for every pack you open.
Yeah, it puts a counter on it.
It's like every 6 packs or something.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, now...
Yes.
It would be really cool if I could filter it so that it would just show me lessons.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I see an option for that. So let's go with sorcery. Strixhaven sorcery, collected, white, black, colorless. Okay, I think that's going to show me everything I want. And we'll use this to build your sideboard of 7. Doesn't want to take it when I say okay.
This is a problem I've actually found in Magic the Gathering Arena fairly often, sometimes where I'll click on something and it suddenly won't take it. And I have to like undo and then redo something and then it'll take it. But it's like the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. There's not a lot to choose from here.
No.
So we'll do this. And this. And this. And this.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it. So we'll start doubling up.
Uh-huh.
I don't see any other lessons here.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay. I want to double up on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, plus one counters. We definitely want more of those.
Mm-hmm.
And this is searching your library, which is not as important to us.
Mm-hmm.
So let's double up on expanded anatomy,
Mm-hmm.
an introduction to annihilation, and that gets us to 7.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go back to the deck for a second, because I do like to check what it did auto-land wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got 11 plains and 10 swamps, and 1 silver quill campus, and 2 archway commons.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to remove this.
Okay.
And I just like to have an equal number of
Basic lands.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it automatically put in another swamp when I did that. So that's what I was looking for. Now we'll say craft all.
Mm-hmm.
Redeem 5 wild cards, 2 common and 3 uncommon. Finish deck. And
Now, what are we going to call it, Will?
done.
What are you going to name it?
Okay, come on. Done. For real now. Okay, new deck. All right. So I will call this, and you can rename it later if you don't like this.
Oh, no, you get to name it.
Awaken the Cyndaquil.
Perfect.
Cool.
Cool.
I think that was good.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to play with this deck.
Yeah. Should we build mine?
Yes. So I'm going to stop the share.
Stop the steal.
Okay.
Hashtag.
And I'm going to go. I cannot believe this is happening, but I'm hungry. So I'm going to go get a snack. Is that
cool.
okay?
Yeah. I'll start with that.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay. So I'm going to share my own screen here in a second. First, I'm going to go here, there, share, hello, and go to decks. Build myself a new deck. Oh, this is much easier. Standard. Where am I going to put this? Maybe this is no good. I can't put this anywhere. This will have to do. Filter. Strixhaven. Mythic Rare. Okay. Yep. Okay. Starting here. Going there. And put this in my sideboard. Rare, blue, green, colorless. Okay. Here's one of my double-faced. Here's another. Here's another lesson from my sideboard. I've got 2 of these. And is that everything? Okay, let's take away the rarity filters and just look at cards in general. Okay, what are these gonna? Oh yeah, so I want lands. I want lots of lands. 8 or more lands. Create different mana values. X is the number of cards in your library. Instant or sorcery. Let's see. Liz returns. Sideboard.
Oh man, you already added to your sideboard?
Yeah, I'm just coming across lessons that I don't want to forget about. Cultivator, Pledge Mage. Let's do a campus.
Oh, I'm so excited. So are you finding that you have like what you need?
I think so. I haven't quite found the meta in the way that we found your like +1/+1 counter
Yeah.
meta. But I'm sure I'll stumble upon it. I think I want a campus guide. And I want environmental sciences. Yeah, I don't have as much to work with as you did.
Yeah, it's amazing how the difference between those like cards that you don't get in the arena packs is.
Mm-hmm.
Like that you get less.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at blue. I want to be able to learn.
Did you put your frog buddy in yet?
No, not yet. Let's put this in the sideboard. Yeah, we definitely want this in here. Yep, the 8 or more lands. That's what we want. Yes. Yes. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
And finally, my frog friend. That doesn't really make sense for this. I think I'll use this. A regular crocodile, bookworm. Sure, why not? Okay. How am I doing on lands? Okay, still has a green bias. Looking at Biblioplex again. Probably not. What do I want to be able to do? I want to have a lot of lands. Okay, why don't I'm going to start increasing some things I've already put in here. Another pledge mage, another cultivator. I'm gonna look for the keyword learn here. Let's see how many. That could give me learn.
Which one?
This overgrown arch, which I haven't put in there.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I love that one too.
Yeah, I have that in my IRL Witherbloom deck because it's good for life gain, which is the meta of that card. I mean, that deck. Not seeing any learn among these artifacts. Okay, if I want to make good use of my sideboard lessons, I'm going to need a lot of these because it's one of the few things I have with learn. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Why not? Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, 1 + 3 is 4. Let's throw in 1 overgrown arch. How we doing? 52 out of 60. Slight green bias. The top 6 cards. Can do 1 and 2. Okay, that's 7 for the sideboard. I want another reject because I want more counter spells. Let's see. 17 creatures, 12 non-creatures. I don't have a single card in here that costs just 1.
That's so obnoxious.
Mana. Let's put in a charge through. I'd really like to have a creature that costs just 1. For those.
That's so weird.
For that turn 1 creature drop. But I don't think I have the option. Oh, well, I have this.
Yeah, that's good. That's a great first one.
Yeah, let's throw that in there. Okay, I need 5 more cards. I have 18 creatures and 13 non-creatures. What creatures do I want more of?
It's interesting to me how you and I were having like opposite problems.
What was your problem?
That we were like a little bit creature heavy.
Right. Yeah. Um, hmm. Okay, I got 20 creatures.
Do another excavated wall because it's a oneer and it's like it's a great thing to have a 0/4. It's a great thing to have a wall to start with.
Yeah. Why not? What do I need more of? Maybe removal? Um, hmm. This is
Oh, so glad Bookworm made it in there.
oh yeah. Oh no, definitely no doubt about Bookworm. Something green. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do another one of these.
Hell yeah.
What did that do to my lands? Okay. Let's create one more of something blue. Let's do another reject. 22, 14. Yeah, that's a pretty good balance. I don't like. Yeah, no, actually, I don't like what it's done to my land total. Yeah, I think I prefer that. Let's do 12,
Yeah.
12, and 1. I need a lot of lands for this deck to be successful. And I got 7 on my sideboard already. All right. Let's craft all. 9 common, 2 uncommon, 1 rare. Okay, crafted them all.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
So now do we fight?
I think we do. Yeah, I just have to have a name for this. Quandrix. 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 Quandrix.
I'm not helpful here. I named one of my decks Flying Fish.
Which is not bad at all.
I guess it's better than Stomp Stomp.
Well, anything's better than Stomp Stomp. um, uh, Quandrix. Drix.
How is Quandrix spelled?
Quandrix.
Just to add 2 more X's.
Quandrix. That'll work.
Or okay, start it and end it with a lowercase x. So it's actually quandary. And then it also looks like a Zanga name. X Quandary X.
What is it? It's fractals, something to do with fractal. Their mascot is fractals.
Fractal fun.
Fractal fun, yeah. Fun with fractals. Something to do with math. Math is magic. That's their motto. Math is magic.
A terrible motto. That's as good as fractal fun.
Yeah, I guess. One. Yeah. Let's just stick with that for now. Okay. Are we ready to compete?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm sending you a best of one challenge.
Can you imagine if I just like picked a different, if I didn't pick this deck that you just made me?
If you just played with Stomp Stomp.
Okay, here we go.
I have to say, you not to make excuses or put a stain on the process, but you definitely had an advantage.
Oh, in terms of cards,
you played more, collected more gold, and opened more packs prior to this process. Okay, you are waiting for my initial mulligan choice. I will keep 7.
I will too. I mostly don't mulligan. Not because it's the smart thing to do, but just because like I'm at a point where I just want to like see if I can like pull it off, basically.
Yeah, it's always sort of a bummer to mulligan. I hate to do it, but it's the smart thing sometimes. Okay, I'm going to play Campus Guide.
Hey, buddy. What a funny monkey.
Monkey?
It's not really a monkey. And I'm also not saying that it's a monkey. There's a NPC in Assassin's Creed that will see you climbing up a building and go, "Oh, what a funny monkey." So Kenny and I say that a lot.
Sure. I play the elk, the beloved elk.
Yay.
And I attack with the funny one. Ooh, sorry, knocked over my microphone.
It was too strong of an attack, Will.
Yeah, sorry about that. How embarrassing. Oh. I think you just buffed my creature.
Oh no, I did the wrong. I misread it.
Well, you did manage to destroy my funny monkey, so that's good.
What happened? What did I just do?
Were you trying to destroy my green creature?
Yes.
Because it's not a destroy target creature. It's a destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker.
So why did it...
The only artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker on the field was
the other one.
Was my campus guide, because he's an artifact creature.
I see. Okay.
So it was asking you to pick
what should get the bonus
based on your apprentice's
cool
mage craft ability.
Great. Mm-hmm.
Well, the outcome of this is going to be the same as it would have been otherwise, because even if my creature were not buffed, they both would just die. And to redeem his friend, I am going to play Campus Guide.
Hilarious. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
To avenge his friend.
I think I said redeem, but I should have said avenge.
Yeah. I definitely heard that in my mind, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to play Frost Trickster. Tap target creature. It will untap next turn.
No, that's not nice.
And attack with the Campus Guide.
Well... suck on this.
Oh boy. I would hate to suck on that. Oh no. As the anti-mage craft ability.
Yeah.
Ooh, so close. Okay. I'm going to play the front side.
Ooh.
This double face. And I'm going to attack with the flyer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that makes sense.
Doesn't it? Interesting. Yes.
I am going to attack with the Mage Hunter.
Okay. I'm going to block with the poor lowly Campus Guide.
This isn't what I signed up for.
No.
To be in higher education.
Okay. This is good. This is...
For whom?
This is something I like to see. It's not a Campus Guide, but I do, once again, get to search for...
Ah, yes.
A land. And I will attack with the flyer again.
Okay, let's see. Ooh. I'm gonna do this. And learn for the first time.
Yeah, congratulations.
So what do I want to learn with?
Learn your lesson.
I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to play this now. And pay 1. And then I'm going to attack with these 2. but leave that guy open to block with. Okay.
Good moves. Okay. You ready for this?
I'd probably not.
Body of research.
Oh, fuck.
Remember that card?
Yeah.
Remember when we found that card?
That card is insane. I mean, you won.
It
right?
is. Well, it doesn't have trample.
Yeah, okay.
So, it can be blocked by any,
by
pretty much anything. So yes, just to be clear, it has 45 +1/+1 counters on it because that was the number of cards in my library.
Oh Lord!
At the time when I played Body of Research. And I will attack with the flyer. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, of course you are, you dude.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Let's see. I mean, I guess the real question is, what do I want to do with my last turn?
Well, you could draw this out for probably at least 2 more turns.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's in your hand, with one exception. I know.
Yes.
I know the lesson in your hand because you had to reveal it.
Choose. No, but I can't do that one. If I did this, I could, or... Actually, yeah, I'll do this one. Whoa. Wait, what's happening? That's not what I wanted. Dang it!
You could probably undo it, right? It looks like you just added...
undo. Z. There we go.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. Let me put it that way.
Okay, you added a mountain, or a red mana, actually, not a mountain.
And I'll add it to this guy. And
excuse me.
Gonna attack with these 2.
What was just triggered?
Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Very good. I'm going to block the cat cleric with my turtle druid. I love this game. I love being able to say that.
Yes, me too.
And I'm going to block your 4/5 with my 45/45.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so I just got my 8th land on the battlefield, which means
you get 5/5 on that guy.
Troll Druid is an 8/8 now.
This is looking bad for me, William.
I don't know why you would say that. I'm going to attack with this creature and this creature and this creature.
Sure. You sure are.
Choose carefully now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'll do this. And I'll keep... Ugh. And I'm going to do this. Because at this point, I'm going to lose. So I'm just trying to draw it out so I can see what I can actually play, if you know what I mean.
I do.
So play this swamp. Nope, still don't have what I need. I have a card right now that the backside of it is Deadly Vanity, but I need 8 and I need 3. What is black called?
Swamp. You
swamps.
need 5 colorless and 3 black.
Yeah, and then I could destroy a creature. I could destroy a bunch of creatures.
You could destroy all but one, right?
Yeah.
If I remember how Deadly Vanity works.
Exactly.
So you're short 2.
I'm short quite a bit. Okay, let's see.
Bet you wish you had some campus guides.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. Okay, that's not useful. Okay, so I'm going to play this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do this. Oop, nope, that's not what I wanted. Yep. Okay. End turn.
Surprise! A frog! Bet you didn't expect a frog on your turn.
I was not. No, how will I block to win?
All attack.
I'm just gonna not do any blocks. So it looks very silly.
Negative 56. That's a personal record. Probably not for...
That's a hell of a card.
Not the world record, but personal record for sure.
Do you want to play again?
Yeah. Do you have enough time to do like best 2 out of 3?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
Elliot's also actually asleep, which helps.
I'm sending another challenge.
Elliot all morning was like, I don't want to play outside. I want to stay inside. And then Kenny's like, I took him outside, and surprisingly to no one, he ran at full speed for the entire time we were at the playground. Just, he's really funny when he runs because he's still so small.
Mm-hmm.
But he's speedy. He's real speedy.
Like the Chihuahua of my childhood.
Yeah. I'm assuming that dog has died now.
Oh, yeah.
When did she die or he die?
It
wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. There was a moment more than 5 years ago when I said, that dog died, right? And you were like, no. And I was like, what?
Yep. Lived to be, I don't know, I don't exactly remember, but I want to say 17 years old.
Wow.
Ish. I am going to mulligan, and I'm going to keep 6. And
this is actually a really bad hand for me to do this with. I don't think this is going to go well. I should have mulliganed too, Will. I was not paying attention.
That's okay.
Yeah, for you. I suppose hypothetically I will get more useful cards as I continue to.
Could improve.
Well, that was not one of them, let me tell you.
Off to a slow start.
Okay. Yeah, both of us.
Nothing wrong with that. Sorry, there's a lot of text on this card. All right. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Why not?
Okay.
The Dean of Substance.
Hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's pass. Okay, so I'll do this. And, oh, finally. Okay, here we go.
Ah, here it goes.
Oh, this actually is very annoying, but... What if... Oh, I can put it on myself.
Yep.
Okay, good. I was like, I don't need to put that on Will.
Yeah, it does. Luckily, it doesn't say other creature.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use this tap ability.
Mm.
It was a land. And I'm gonna play Wondrous Cultivator. And I'm going to get myself one of these.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this. And then... Oh, yeah, this is a good guy to have. Down. And I'm also going to play this. And I'm going to attack.
Rock and roll. All right, no blocks. What am I looking at? I'm going to use this tap ability. Okay.
Oh, did you like my afternoon coffee song?
Yeah, I loved it.
I thought you'd especially appreciate it because you were like, I don't fuck with afternoon coffee.
Yeah, that's right. You remembered.
So I made that, and so when I was singing it, I was singing just the tiny clips at a time because I was recording what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I sat down and I said, "Oh, Kenny, do you want some afternoon coffee?" And he said, "Yes, as long as it does not come with a song." I was like, wow.
A little bit of rain on your parade.
Wow.
Yeah. Throwing shade.
Yeah. Oh, I can do both of these. Okay.
Ah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do this. And
Okay. All right. Here's what I say to that.
Aw, sorry, little buddies.
Well, you can only kill one of them, unless you have another trick up your sleeve.
I don't, but regardless, I mostly meant the Servine one.
You got no sympathy for the turtle druid?
Very little. He's not as beautiful. He's not a beautiful, enchanting creature.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to say. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna play this just because this seems like a fine time to do it.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you actually lost some
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Because I got it back.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a net gain.
Yeah. Because when it re-entered, I got to add it back on.
Right.
This guy.
Bookworm. No attacks.
Okay. Ooh.
Very cool. Okay. Sorry, but you made the mistake of playing a creature with flying.
But you have to pay 3 life, right?
Yeah, and I did it anyway.
But made the mistake of playing made the mistake of having 1 card and deciding to play it.
I'm now realizing that I've played a couple of cards in the wrong order, but oh well. I should have played this one first.
Oh, I see.
And then I don't think I'm gonna play that now. Actually, I wish I could. Whatever. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there. I'm attacking you with 3 creatures.
Okay, let's see.
And then I decided I'm going to do this.
I decided.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, it's optional. I just remembered. I'm actually going to decline to do that ability.
Well, I'll do. Wait, what's this? Oh. Okay. Oh, and I can still do you.
Oh, it has menace. Okay, well, I have 2 blockers, so.
I feel like this just goes to show that I told you that I would be bad at this. At a black deck.
Oh. Yeah, well, sorry, I guess.
Did you see about Carmen Maria Machado and her body and other parties?
No, what about it?
So somebody had tweeted, and I had seen the original tweet before I saw what Carmen Maria Machado said.
Mm-hmm.
And are you familiar with the cover to Her Body and Other Parties?
Yeah.
It's this. What is this a picture of?
Oh, I don't know. Some kind of plant. I don't.
Okay, so it is a picture of a neck that's like coming apart.
Yeah.
And there's a green ribbon because it's referencing the husband stitch, which was the story that was very famous or whatever.
I know the story, yeah.
Somebody tweeted, "Am I the only one who thought the cover of Her Body and Other Parties was a floating, malevolent, strapless red party dress and not a woman's neck the whole time?"
Okay.
Okay, so Carmen Maria Machado, apparently nobody had ever said this to her before. She tweets, poll, When you first saw it, did you think of the reddish thing on the cover of her body and other parties was a floating dress corset, a flayed/exposed neck, something else? I knew it was the neck. I never had any question about this. So 7,436 people have responded so far, but these numbers have been incredibly consistent from the time it was 2,500, which was when I first saw it. 76% of people thought it was a dress.
Sure.
Oh,
I probably would have said the same thing.
Okay, so then Grey Wolf Press tweets, turns out your publicist, hi, it's me, also spent the last 4 years thinking it was a corset.
Cool.
Hilarious. Oh, okay, what's this? I was laughing so hard at this. Like, Matt Bell and Amber Sparks and Dinez Smith were all like, oh my God, it's a neck.
Yeah. I would probably have the same, I'm sure I'll have the same reaction once I get a closer look at it.
Okay. Create blank. How many? What's my... Oh, I have one left. That's boring. Okay, well, I'll do this just to play it. Okay, so let me see. So I just have to do this, right? Okay, pay 1. Okay, auto pay.
I think you are going to wish that you had saved that to be a blocker.
Oh, I'm gonna lose.
Well, certainly now you are. you had the blockers to.
I have
to
one
take down.
left.
You could have killed the bookworm had you blocked with both a 5/5 and a 2/3.
I guess.
Could have drawn out the game for possibly a little while.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Will's like, anyway,
I'm
there
very
you go.
Hungry for lunch anyway, so I'm not that disappointed that we've wrapped this up. I look forward to playing many more games like this.
Me too.
And I don't mean ones where I just thrash you. I mean,
I would like to point out when I played for the team, for our goslings, when I played you with that flying fish deck the first time, I railed you, and it was uncontested.
Yeah. Have we? So let's wrap up, but let's just do 2 quick things first.
Yeah.
Because I just got 500 gold, and I already had 500 gold.
Yes.
So I've got exactly enough for another pack.
Yes.
So I'm going to open one more.
Yes, do that.
Packs, 1,000 for a Strixhaven pack. Claim packs. Open. Seen it. I got something.
I don't think we've seen that guy.
This I wish there was a trading ability.
Yeah.
I would love to trade this to you because this is something that you would use in your deck. There's a lesson that I'm not familiar with, which looks like it would go into a Lorehold deck. And then, I got a mythic from the Mystical Archive, which is cool. And then finally, I'm going to stop sharing. I wanted to ask you, your Flying Fish deck. It doesn't. It's still up to. I'm going to say up to code. I just wanted to confirm that it's still up to code. I don't know.
I think so. I played with it earlier today.
I don't know if you've encountered this, but as new cards come in, sometimes cards get banned.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes they just age out of standard. and they become historic.
Yeah.
So if you look at your decks, if there are any cards in your decks that you cannot play in standard, there will be sort of a yield sign on top
Well,
of the
let's
deck,
see.
like a yellow triangle with a
Yeah.
number in it, and that number indicates how many cards are in it that you can't play in standard. Do you have that over any of your decks?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Well, and yeah. I mean, all the other decks I have besides the one that you just made me and the flying fish one are the ones that they gave me. So,
and none of them
it'd be
have
weird.
that. Well, it would be weird, but it did happen to me. Like,
oh, really?
Do you have the deck called Two Adventure? It's a green white.
Oh, yeah, but I don't see. Wait, okay, let me double. I don't. I think I thought that I would see it without clicking on it, and I didn't click on it.
No,
So let me
you
look
shouldn't
now.
have to click on it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything in there that's saying no.
Okay, yeah. I did because it seemed to me, because I didn't build that deck or any of those other
Yeah.
decks, but it seemed to me that they gave away a pre-constructed deck and then later they banned a card that was inside that deck. So I did a little re-editing to it myself, but
Nice.
it sounds like maybe because you joined Arena later.
That must have been what it
You
is.
didn't.
Yeah.
You haven't run into that issue. Okay. Well, that was 3 hours, and we got through my whole agenda. So thank you very much.
And we are gonna record like next week, right?
Yeah, we have to record next weekend to get out an April episode. So
yeah,
and it's your turn.
Don't worry, I'm nearly ready. So
okay, so you know what you're going to talk about, and you're doing your homework for it. Perfect. Looking forward to it. Until next time.
We'll see you then, everyone.
Enjoy your Strixhaven lessons, etc. And see you around campus. Bye.
Bye.